podcast. My name is David Raibon. I'm your host of Opinionation, a show where your opinion matters. You have an opinion, you need to call in and let us know about it. 747-888-3082. That's 747-888-3082. Call in right now. The lines are open. We want to discuss the topics today. We got some good topics, I think. They're a little edgy, but we can't laugh our way through life. Sometimes we got to take the serious route, the serious roads, and it's a lot of things that's going on. A lot of people I don't think really pay attention to, if it's not on social media, I don't think they're really paying a lot of attention to what's happening in this world. And I watch a lot of news, and I try to stay abreast of what's going on because, I mean, if you don't be careful, it's an old saying that if you don't remember your past, you're destined to repeat it.
Absolutely.
And I'm just so concerned. Not so much for me. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm a grown man. I live the life, but I got a grandson and another grandson on the way, and I'm more concerned about them and their well-being and everything and what's going on. So we got some hot topics tonight. Today we're talking about states that are changing the abortion laws to make it illegal to have one. We're talking about a woman's right to choose. Question: how is it right for a man to outlaw something for a woman, to outlaw something that only a woman can do? How is it right for a man to outlaw something that only a woman can do? Can you imagine if a woman outlawed something that only we could do? Man, it'd be all kinds of hell going on. She said, I can't do what? Well, we're going to talk about that. And also, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is being banned from Facebook and Instagram, allegedly for hate speech, which I've never heard of hate speech. I hear a lot of truth from the minister. But apparently, he has been banned from Facebook and Instagram, which is also owned by Facebook. But before we get too deep into that, I do want to give a shout out to my sponsor. Only sponsor that I have right now for Opinionation, and I'm very, very thankful to have her and very glad to have her. She's the owner, proprietor of Social Workout Studio. It's in the San Fernando Valley. If you're anywhere near the San Fernando Valley, near Chatsworth, go out to 21141 Devonshire Street. She has available training sessions for group training for $25. Just $25 you can get right. And this is a good time to do it. It's like May. I know some of y'all, it may be too late for the beach, but you can get started. So hopefully before school start, you have a head start on next year beach season. Or you can go to Miami where it's always beachy unless it's hurricaney. But call Alice. Give Alice a call, 310-902-5387. That's 310-902-5387. She is a certified personal trainer. You can go to her website and look at some of her work, socialworkoutstudio.com. Alice, check out 310-902-5387, the Social Workout Studio. So, Nick, we have, the thing is, I try not to talk about too many things. Like, I don't really want to get into politics too much, but politics is getting into us now. It's getting all into us now because, a lot of things with life, black people, we see certain black people do certain things. It draws our attention to it. It makes us interested. We may listen. When Barack Obama won, we listened. We listened to his great speech. Be honest, a lot of people said that Barack didn't do nothing for black people. All I know is that he didn't do nothing to hurt black people. That's all I know. Now, this guy we have right now that's sitting over there on the hill is not that nice. He has been nice to hardly anybody. But, I just want people to be well versed, at least enough for what I can read and I can ascertain and put out for everybody to understand what's going on. That in several states, the law is being, the federal law, I should say, is being overshadowed by lawmakers in these states like Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Ohio, and Utah. They have all passed new anti-abortion bills. And it's interesting because these new laws have prompted questions, about abortions, about women being punished for abortions. See, now this is a whole, being out of criminal justice background, you're gonna. It's not a crime today. That's the thing that really ticks me off about this world, this country. It ain't a crime today, but it could be a crime tomorrow. Marijuana was illegal years ago. Now everybody getting high, including yours truly. But then but how do you make it okay when you made it not okay? You're gonna say, it's legal. A woman has a right to choose, and then understand, well, we're gonna make it illegal. So now you're gonna have to pay the price for getting rid of a pregnancy that you didn't want, or raising a kid that you didn't want, and they're not giving you any outs. They got something called a piece of legislation called the heartbeat bill. It's the restrictions of certain situations where you can't even be considered for having an abortion. I mean, it's the life and death of the woman. I think that should be a priority. I think that should be first priority. Probably at that, probably the health and well-being of the child. That's a big priority. And I think I just believe that unwanted children. We have orphans. We have foster kids all over the place. And I don't know the answer. I just think that it's just if the shoe is on the other foot, we don't want a woman navigator to tell us to turn left, let alone to tell us that we can't have sex. If you could think of one thing, if we can control the woman's right to choose, and then they can control their right or the right to say no to us, even in marriage. You know what I'm saying?
I was just saying, unplug that fan for me one time.
Unplug it?
Yeah.
It's too loud.
Yeah. I just wanted to add something into that.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something into that.
Uh-huh.
At what point does it become the woman's choice? That's what I wanted to ask you, being that the seed comes from the man, right? Then it enters the woman, right? Then it leaves the woman and it becomes his own person. So, in my personal belief, I believe that the seed is because it's coming from me, that makes it both of our decision all the time.
I think it should be a joint decision. In most case scenarios, I believe it should be a joint decision between a man and a woman. I guess primarily I was basing that on if a woman herself says, I want to have an abortion, and say the guy out the picture. But that's, by putting the guy into the picture. I think, you should definitely have a conversation with your mate if you're thinking about doing that. I mean, to be honest with you, should be having a conversation about that before you lay down, because the possibility that you could get pregnant, you could get pregnant, what we going to do? You get pregnant, going to have a baby or not?
Well, I was saying more from the standpoint of without a man, there is no pregnancy.
I'm talking about dude come here and leave, you don't see him no more.
Right. What I'm saying, even if it's a scenario where the woman just doesn't want to have the child,
for whatever reason.
For whatever the reason may be, and we're all saying that should be the woman's choice, because she's carrying the child and so forth and so on. My position on it is you can't have one without the other. So that's why I believe it should always be both people going into a decision, whatever that decision.
Now what you do when one says no, one says yes?
Well, me personally, I'm pro-life. I don't believe any of us have the right to kill someone else.
No, but Nick, what if this kid, you done all the DNA and everything? Kid's gonna have one eye in the middle of his head. He's a cyclops baby, little cyclops child. He's gonna be talked about just to get glasses with one lens in the middle.
Interesting you said that. Me and this young lady had a conversation last night, and this very topic came up, and my opinion was, what's worse, to be born with a club foot or to develop cancer at the age of 25?
I think what's the first one again?
Like that's what I'm saying. To either be born with a handicap, right, or say a 5-year-old develops cancer or heart disease. Which is worse?
Incurable.
Right. So so which is worse? So either way, I feel like you're rolling the dice.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you really are. That's very thought provocative. Because at the end of the day, it's so funny what I'm about to say. It's not really our choice. It's God's choice. But I think, when a woman lays down with a man, it's her choice. If she gets pregnant, now, I think it's a joint choice, a joint decision. But if they can't come to agreement, I think ultimately, I think it's her baby. No pun intended. Um, I think she, and I don't know. I just think, yeah, I just think it's just her deal. But if they're both, hey, if they both like, hey, I don't want you to do it, and blah 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 this. Well, then you gotta respect that. But it's up to individual. Now, I don't really think that. My thing is, I don't think the government should be controlling that. That's my whole thing. I just, who are they gonna come and tell you what to do, man? I barely got this last kid out the house, and now, what I mean, I'm 60. I'm 60. You what? Say you 53, and you had one egg left, and I got it, and now, we don't. We're gonna be grandparents raising this child, you know, and then now we're gonna, it's like that's almost a difficult scenario because that's a miracle technically.
Right.
I don't know. I just think that there's scenarios and cases where everything have to be considered, and all the you know the pros and cons of keeping this kid or leaving or losing this kid. But I tell you, we're gonna take a break. Before we do, I want everybody to think about this. We're talking about abortion in the states that have decided to make it illegal. Which means women will be going down and doing it going down the old road and doing the things that I remember.
Regular old
Yeah,
hanger.
old coat hanger. It's gonna happen.
Funny.
They need to make it to where, at least for the health of the woman and the baby. I mean, the woman. I'm sorry, because they can bleed to death. They can hemorrhage right there on the street or right there in the back of a car, wherever they do that. So I even read that some women have tried to do it themselves. I mean, that's pretty tough. That's pretty bold. But give us a call, 747-888-3082. We're talking about abortion right now. Is it a woman's choice or is it not? Is it pro-choice? Pro-life? I'm pro-life. Nick pro-choice. No, Nick's pro-choice. Nick's pro-life. I'm pro-choice. But give us a call, 747-888-3082. If you're listening for the first time, anybody on Facebook, just go to rolloutstudios.com and click on live, and there I'll be. All right, we'll be right back in a minute. You listen to Opinionation. After Roe was decided in 1973, the court divided a woman's pregnancy into 3 trimesters. The first trimester, the decision that abortion would be at the woman's discretion. During the second trimester, the state could regulate the procedure, but not ban abortion. The third trimester, when the fetus was considered viable, the state was permitted to regulate or prohibit abortion, allowing for exceptions when the mother's health was at risk. That was just 1973, Roe versus Wade. But fortunately, we have a lady, a female perspective, filmmaker, actress, Nicole Collins. Hey, Nicole.
Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Good.
Can you hear me? There you go.
Yeah, I can hear you. So tell me, do a woman have a right to choose or
Do
no?
we have a right to choose?
Yeah.
It depends on what state we're talking about now.
Well, California. Let's just go for California.
Uh-huh.
Because, we got 7 states right now that made it illegal.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying
including Louisiana. Well, the governor has to sign it now. But
right, they're waiting on him to sign it. Which,
yeah.
what do you think? What are your opinion about? Well, first of all, let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
what are your opinion about a woman being charged and arrested for having an abortion? Because they're trying to make a woman being punishable.
Like she's a murderer.
Right. She committed a crime. Now it wasn't a crime, and they're gonna make it a crime. It's like weed was illegal. People went to prison. Now it's cool. Everybody high. So here we go.
Overall, I feel like I understand. People have their religious reasons for doing it. A few people, a handful of people, feel like they have a logical reason for
based in spirituality. Or
that's usually how I see it.
Okay.
But for not being pro-choice, I myself at one point was completely against abortion until I thought I needed to have one myself.
Good point.
And then it was
See,
like, oh well.
see, that's
You know.
that's the scale you got to balance.
Right. No, seriously. You know, growing up, I was a devout Catholic, and
Mm-hmm.
so I was heavily against it. Then I went through the process of abortion with a friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding her decision for doing it, it really opened up my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a time where I myself thought that I was going to have one, which I can't be against abortion if I'm thinking that I'm going to have to get one myself.
And not be a hypocrite. Hold on one second.
Exactly.
Hold on one second. Folks that are watching me on live, just go to rolloutstudios.com. Rolloutstudios.com. Click on live, and you'll hear Nicole as well, because she's in the booth with Nick, and I'm in the studio. So just go to that rolloutstudios.com. Click on live, and you'll hear everything. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, all good. So basically what I'm saying is, if I did decide to have the abortion, that's on me.
Right.
And that's with my body. That's what's going on with myself. And I feel like it is unfair for, especially, I think that's the main part is that it's men making these decisions. I just feel like it's unfair that I would not receive the treatment to take care of me, the living person, if I did decide to go through this process. I am very thankful that the people that I do know that whoever have had abortions, I'm glad that whoever that they did go to, that they were taken care of. Because imagine if they weren't taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so that's where I'm at with it. I feel like it's the woman's decision.
Right.
What she does, what's going on in her body.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'll even take it a step further. If the man is also involved in the life, I would also say that they created this together.
Right.
His input too.
Right.
But ultimately, we have to carry the child. We have to.
Absolutely.
And 9 times out of 10, it's a situation where a man is not even involved. And so, you know, and the crazy part about it to me is, you know, these people are pushing for us to have these babies, but then when the babies are here, you know, it's hard to get help. It's hard to get help. You know, it's then you tell us, you know, well, now your kids now y'all have to live in this area of town. They got to go to this horrible school, and you know, the pipeline of prison. It's just so many. Like, you can't possibly be pro-life, yet the circumstances for which we live in are horrible.
Right.
You know, and so the reasonings that people give for being pro-life to me are just ridiculous. And again, it's all rooted in religion, which is debatable within itself. However, you know, and I'm sure that we've seen the conspiracies on each ends as well. We've seen the conspiracies as to why you have these people who want to stop abortion. These white men who are trying to preserve white life. You've seen those conspiracies. You've seen it to where you have the people who, you know, who genuinely believe that a fetus is a living being.
But you know what's interesting to me is that why don't they have white women, you know, that are making these decisions about, you know, what the white men are doing? Because they're all sitting on senates and state government and stuff. That's interesting. Why aren't a bunch of women saying no to this? It's just the guys. Why the dudes are so in control of a woman's body? That's the problem I got with this, is that you're spending all this time going through all this effort to make this illegal, not to make it, you know, legal, to make it illegal, you know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with you personally, you know, and I just, for some reason, I just believe, I did some reading. New statistics project that, this is crazy, in the year 2045, during that year, whites will comprise about 49.7% of the race. That means the minorities will be the majority.
That's what I was just saying.
See, and these white folks are afraid that they're not gonna have no more white folk. If these white people who on meth, these white people who on crack, these white people who in the streets, these white people who struggling, who keep having these babies, stop. You know what I mean? Because if they're not having no more babies, you know, half the part of their population is gone. Part of their reproductive population is gone. You know, and then what? We've already found out that ain't nothing cuter than a little black baby with a white woman. You know, we've already seen how that look. It's like a new Gucci bag, you know. Everybody was getting one. Angelina, Madonna. Everybody had a little black baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think their biggest fear of being eradicated.
Yeah.
And to me, it just sounds like karma. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was listening to the sister, I can't remember her name, but she's a Muslim sister, congresswoman, just and she said that this country was formulated on genocide. And we try to act like that ain't happened. We just say, no, well, we came, the Indians, the Indians didn't know what they were doing here. So white folk, they figure out we can make it better for everybody. So we'll just come in and give the Indians a hand. Now, a few thousand of them got killed. You know, and then we need some more help, so let's go take a ship over to Africa. I heard there's some Negroes over there. And bring them to America, because they need to come to America. Now, it might be kind of jacked up in that slave ship. We'll stack them in nice as we can. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to, listen, I'm not trying to become I'm trying to make this radio show, because we talk about different stuff every week. I'm not trying to be no activist against the white man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not.
Well, let's not make it about the white man no more. It's about us. It's about women.
It really is. But the white men are trying to control us. Not just women. They're trying to call us.
Yeah, and
say something wrong on Facebook and see if they don't turn that damn thing off. I can't get on right now because I just posted that I was going to be talking about Minister Farrakhan. Now I can't even get on my page.
Oh, because Facebook blocked you.
They blocked, yeah. But they ain't send me no letter block. They just said, well, hold on, we're going to make this post a whole lot difficult. That it's all about control. My whole issue is that's about control. I'm going to tell you better not have an abortion. I'm going to tell you better not have that baby. You better have that baby. I'm going to put your ass in jail.
And
which
then
is
when
the
you
remedy.
have that baby, I'm going to control.
Right. And then when that baby get out of line.
I'm going to control your, put you on welfare.
Your livelihood.
Control,
That's all right.
Control everything
That's
about
right.
you.
Yeah,
it's at the end of the day, my point of view is that if I decide to do this, then that is my decision.
You got to live with it.
Right.
Either way.
I have to live with it.
Either way.
And I hate the narrative that they paint of if you have an abortion, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Every day you're going to be haunted. That is not true.
No, it's not true.
And I myself have not had.
Now, if you have a baby every day for the rest of your life, you'll be
yeah.
hunted.
Yes.
It'd be hunted.
No
H-U-N-T-E-T.
No sleep. People, how much does a child cost a year? Like 25, 250.
I imagine it's a lot.
A year? Yeah. It's expensive. But the bottom line is no one can make me believe that all of these people who are voting against abortion, that they actually genuinely just believe in life. Can't make me believe that. Cannot make me believe that. I don't think that that's true. So therefore, in my mind, there's always this hidden agenda, and you keep your hidden agendas away from me and my body. Make sure that I am
what do you
healthy.
think that might be? That agenda may be?
Well, I've already mentioned that conspiracy. I think that has something to do with it. Overall control.
Yeah. Which is my
the way to keep also a way to keep people down. You need the welfare system. That's how this country works, off of lower class people.
Yeah, which a majority are not even African American.
Right. There's many reasons why I feel like it. But my thing is this: if you are going to encourage people to have children that they don't want, why is it so hard for the adoption process to go through? Why are you keeping, why is it so hard to take care of children in a correct way if you care about life? You don't care about life.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you don't care about the living either.
You don't care.
Yeah.
So, again, stop trying to control my body with your hidden agendas. And
I like that.
And painting it as morality.
I like that. That's Nicole. That's hot.
Is it?
Get that on a T-shirt, girl. Stop playing.
Okay. As long as nobody try to impregnate me, because I'm not having nobody impregnate.
Hey, I feel you
While
on
we
that.
on the topic,
Been
I'm
there,
good.
done that.
Right, I'm good.
I had grandkids. Or a
No,
grandkid, one
you.
on the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm an old
just
man.
clarifying him.
Yes,
not
sir.
me.
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna take a break. Hope somebody give us a call, talk about this. All these people hitting me up on social media, 747-888-3082. Let me hear from you. Pro life, pro choice. And then later on, we're gonna talk a little bit about Minister Farrakhan and his social media. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of getting sick and tired of Facebook. I wish there was a way I could just keep a hold of everybody that I do socialize with, and then and get off Facebook, because I'm just it controls me. It's been doing it for too many years of just having to look at it and read it, and we already saw what the Russians did with the influence during the election. You know, it's just like the devil. It's like the internet's the devil. You know, and then now they're trying to control and regulate that. So give us a call, 747-888-3082. This is Opinionation. We'll be right back. Once again, you're listening to Opinionation. My name is David Raibon. I'm your host. I want to give another shout out to my awesome sponsor, Social, can't even talk, Social Workout Studio. If you're in the San Fernando Valley, California, and looking for fitness with a little fun, then you need to go check out the Social Workout Studio. Social Workout Studio is located at 141 Devonshire Street in Chatsworth. Small group training available for just $25 per session. Just go to workingoutwithalice.com or socialworkoutstudio.com, or just give Alice a call, 310-902-5387. This is Alice Raibon. That's right. She has the same last name as I, because she was wife number 3. Holla. I look out for her, she look out for me. So you go check out Social Workout Studio, 141 Devonshire in the city of Chatsworth, and get them abs tight. Get it right. Ain't no excuse.
Hey, man, I just heard you say wife number 3.
Yes, man.
Oh,
yes, and I'm contemplating the 4th. But this is it.
More power to you, brother.
This is it. I got a good one this time. I got a good one. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, we were talking about abortion and stuff. You know, most of the people that's behind this are the Republican. It's not even just white man. It's the Republican. These are the Republican controlled states that are doing this, changing this.
Well,
and that's Donald Trump's agenda as well.
Speaking of that, what do you think about one of the founders of Planned Parenthood being a former member of the SS?
What's the SS?
The Nazis.
Oh, shit.
Force, yeah.
For real?
Margaret Sanger, I think that's how you say her name, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, my God. I got to Google her. She was a what now?
Yeah, she used to actually work for the Nazis.
Margaret Sanger?
Yeah, and she was the head of the eugenics program.
Oh.
So I know we're over here talking about pro-choice. One of my big things when I decide to make my decisions on things is to always find out the origin of things. I believe that if it's a bad apple and a bad seed, it's going to produce bad apples and bad seeds. So although we may have positive things we can find in abortion, you know, and maybe possibly saving someone's life, someone maybe get raped and, you know, not deal with that situation.
Right.
But the origins of it is quite scary. You know, even some of her quotes.
Now, is this Margaret Sanger?
Let me pull her up.
Margaret? Because she's a clinical psychologist?
Let me get the correct spelling. Yep.
Singer, her main areas of research is schizophrenia, family therapy, and brainwashing, coercive persuasion. Gee.
Yes, yeah, she was a prominent person in the Nazi Party.
Oh, yeah. Settled the board member of the American Family Foundation, advisory board member of the Cult Awareness Network. And she wrote a book called Cults in Our Midst. Oh, she has a BA and a MS and a PhD.
Yeah, one of her main things was a part of eugenics, was to help control the black population that was growing exponentially at the time that she was around. So, you know, that's one of the main reasons abortion clinics were established. And if you look at the neighborhoods that they're often in, it kind of coincides with that. If you look at the rate of ethnicities or nations that get abortions, it will coincide with that idea as well.
Oh.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, man.
You notice in the Hispanic community, you find a lot of clinics too, and which is interesting because, you know, Hispanics are generally Catholic, which are pro-life.
And Mexican women get pregnant fast.
I
too,
know.
so
I passed by one of the day she got pregnant. I told her to get rid of it.
I don't even hug them too long, man. It's like, can't do it, brother. Can't do it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's it's a sticky thing. I just when I see the women out there that are fighting for this the right, I just feel for them. It's like I feel the same way I feel for women, and I've been with a woman, and with one now who are breast cancer survivors, and I feel the same way when I see them marching for that, and I see them march. It's like both of these is your body, one is your breast and one is your inners. That's your insides, you know what I mean? And for someone that don't even know what it feels like to have a labor pain, to tell you, you better have that baby, or I'm gonna put you in jail. I mean, that's to me, it's crazy. Or I'm gonna fine you. You got 19, 21-year-olds out there getting pregnant. They're not gonna be to pay that. It's gonna be a ticket. Gonna turn to a ticket. They're gonna be a warrant. Now they in jail.
Well, I think one of the most prominent things in our system is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
And I think we see that at every
Oh
level.
man, it's happening right now.
And I want to ask you. I was thinking about this. In today's world, there's often so many conflicts between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But when I listen to music from the 70s and the 60s and the 80s even, and watch film from there, it seems the exact opposite. It seems that it was more of a team environment between the man and the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like every single thing can be argued, or there's an argument for everything. And like we're talking about abortion now, this should just be a human conversation, and not like you said, not a man should be telling a woman what to do with her body. That makes no sense.
Right.
I think it should just be a human conversation.
Right.
But I wanted to ask you, have you noticed that change in society, that it's become more divisive between the man and the woman?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think a lot of that is, I think the Me Too movement kind of done that. Because there was a time, you go to work with, your coworkers, you see every day. You see them every day for years. You high five them, you hug them, you walk behind, put the hands behind their eyes, play jokes with them. Now you do that, it could be considered sexual harassment. There was a time but then that's because women are being sexually harassed. You know what I mean? Maybe not that particular instance, but it happens. It happens all the time. So that draws a little wedge in between. Now it's, at work, I'd just rather not say anything to you to avoid getting in trouble. I don't want to wind up in HR. Whereas before, he's stupid, he's silly, he always do that. Can't do that no more.
But isn't it, I think that's my thing is, I feel like the laws are against nature. Because I feel like a man and a woman being in a space for a long period of time naturally are going to grow fond of each other.
Right.
So I think it's
I agree.
Right. So it's almost a strange thing. Obviously,
it's
I'm
unnatural.
flirting with you, right? Obviously, I'm flirting with you.
Right.
I see you every day.
Well, first of all, without flirting, how would anybody ever get together?
Right. So that's why I'm confused now. With, like you said, luckily I'm not in the corporate world, but we are in this Me Too environment.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you flirt with the woman that you may be interested in at work?
That's right.
Without it being Me Too,
like Rodney Winfield recipe should say, I guess I'm about to write her a note.
Nah, that's evidence. You don't want no written evidence now.
Don't sign it. It's like, hey, my DNA ain't on there.
But yeah, to what you're saying, I guess that women are coming from the standpoint of they should have the right, along with about their bodies and how they go to work and not to be treated a certain way.
Right.
Which I agree 100% with, you
right.
know. But I think it is drawing a wedge between what's natural.
Oh, it
and what
is.
comes natural.
Yeah, it's definitely creating conflict in what comes natural. You know what I mean? I know, God, I've met so many people working with them. You know what I mean? That's when you go out afterwards, you have drinks. If you go out and have drinks and now y'all kicking it, now you come back to work the next day, and then, y'all liking each other. All it takes is one person, or mostly basically a female, but one person really can just say, this person's bothering me, they're harassing me. And I always say, well, stop. And then now you up in HR. You getting sent home. We're like, we just smashed last night at the crib. It's like, well, she don't want to smash now. She prefer you to just move on. And thing is, that happens. It really happens, man. I'm telling you, every kind of scenario happens in a relationship. Women get mad. It could be cool, and then you blinked at somebody, or she blinked at somebody, and now he mad and shit. You know, everybody under feelings, they caught up in it, and next thing you know, somebody overheard a conversation. Now both of y'all in HR. When I was a cop, dude, there were cops that were messing around with each other, and shooting at each other, shooting at each other.
You mean with actual guns?
Yes. Yes.
Is this a fun thing?
No, they was like you a cop, you talking shit, and you're like, hey, I bust a cap, your ass. Well, bust a cap, pow, pow, oh shit.
Oh,
Because both of y'all got, y'all call each other's bluff, To me, in my 59 years that I've been around, don't nothing surprise me no more. Them 10 years as a cop, I've seen everything. I've seen just about everything. I made dead baby call.
Wow, yeah.
I'm talking about 4-year-old, 3-year-old. I'm looking at the baby. I've done that shit. Ain't nothing I ain't seen, man.
Now, I had a question for you. So you've been a follower of Mr. Farrakhan. I'm more recently introduced to him. But I'm not really too familiar with his stances. But is he pro-choice or? I think he's a Muslim. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he's Muslim. Now I'm not sure what his stance is on because obviously I'm not Muslim,
Right.
but I do kind of pay attention to the fruit. You know what I mean? I want to see what's going on. I do. I try to listen to everything. I don't just EUR Web, CNN, MSNBC, the Forward Times. I mean, anything that I can get information from, I'm gonna read it. And then just try to figure out what's going on, but I'm not a Muslim. It's so funny because my mama told me a long time ago when I was little, and I guess about 17, 18, she told me 3 things don't you ever do. She said, don't do no dope, don't come home with no white woman, and don't be a Muslim. So I ain't got nothing against Muslims, but I got my mom.
I asked you that question because I was curious. I don't know Louis Farrakhan, Minister Louis Farrakhan, for saying anything particularly offensive. He normally is pretty good about threading that political line when he's giving public speeches. He's a masterful speaker.
Right.
So I was wanting to know what got him banned from Facebook.
Well, basically what's going on, Nick, they are banning all people from Facebook that basically violate their little hate and violence rules against hate and violence. And there's this guy Alex Jones, who's an extremist, right-wing extremist, Paul Nealon, Milo Yiannopoulos, Paul Joseph Watson, and Laura Loomer. All these cats been from InfoWars.
Oh yeah,
yeah, all of them been banned. But I've never heard Minister Farrakhan speak of hate.
right.
What he speaks of is basically how we have been treated in this country and how we are treated in this country by the man. Let's just say the man. And he speaks the truth, and it's just, they just don't want to hear that, and then they're gonna tie it into hate. He's not. Listen, hate. If you want to talk about hate, Donald Trump said in Charleston, Carolina, that was good people on both sides. Okay,
He meant that.
That's your hate right there. That's your hate monger. But ain't nobody yanking his ass off of Twitter. I wish they would. You know how many characters would be left for everybody else to use? Donald Trump to get his ass off of Twitter. He should be on Quitter instead of Twitter. And I'm telling you, and he is the epitome of symbol of hate. I'm just waiting for his hand to go out accidentally. Hitler.
I'm waiting on that too.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it's coming.
That and Kamala Harris. If Kamala Harris debates him, he gonna get mad and he gonna slip up and call her NIGGR a bitch. And when that happens, that's it. That'll be it, there, bro. If she hit him right, he go what? What did you say? And she don't even get mad. She gonna probably just even make it worse by smooth smacking his ass. Just smooth smack. Just shapayow.
Back to what you were saying, I think it's just another method of being divisive, and sticking to that method. You take somebody like Farrakhan, who, like you said, speaks nothing but positivity, unfortunately, what he speaks also is the truth, and the truth of this particular country is ugly.
Right.
So if I was in the position of Donald Trump, or let's just say even a white American, I wouldn't be pro any black man speaking positive about black people and their issues, especially on my platform. And being that that's their platform, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
To take that position, unfortunately.
But they and this is all happened because of the Russian hack.
What happened with the Russian?
You know how they hacked into Facebook, and
right.
I mean they were putting ads directed toward black people to go against Hillary.
Oh wow!
There were black people like Hillary ain't this, Hillary ain't that. What Hillary done to you? What other than stay with her man who cheated on her in the White House? What did she do wrong? I've heard so many stuff. She got cleaners full of little children. I mean just crazy.
Didn't they have the Pizzagate story?
Yeah. But then you got this dude.
Right. Facts.
10,000 misleading statements he's told. He gropes women. He's a misogynist. He's a racist. His own lawyer called him a con man, a racist, and a cheat. Now, this is a situation where the kettle can't call the pot black. Talking about, well, he lied. He's a crook. He's going to jail. Yeah, and birds of a feather fucking flock together. So who would know better than Michael Cohen about Donald Trump?
Yeah.
See, that's my thing. Ban him.
But see, I think Trump is a perfect representation of America.
He's a microcosm of America.
100%.
Yeah.
So even though we may want to get him out of there, they're not going to move him.
No, I don't know, man.
He's not getting banned off on Facebook for sure.
I can't even use the word hate because then you might cut my mic off.
Good point.
Everybody got to stay cool on the hate thing, man.
Now, is hate speech just offensive speech, or is there a certain criteria according to Facebook and YouTube and those things?
I think it's just basically, extremists. They have strong, extreme views about stuff.
Well, if you said something and I had a problem with it, can I just report you and get you banned from Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you could.
That's another level.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It says the company says it always has banned people and groups that proclaim a violent or hateful mission or engage in acts of hate or violence regardless of political ideology. But I'm just trying to figure out, where does Minister Farrakhan proclaim a violent, hateful mission? That's not his mission. Where does he engage in acts of hate and violence? I don't remember seeing him at no riot, fighting, kicking nobody's ass. I as a matter of fact, last time I seen The Nation, they came out in protection of Nipsey Hussle's estate, his business. And they stood around there as gentlemen. I hate this misrepresentation of Minister Farrakhan. I'm not Muslim. I do not follow it, but the dude, to me, has not done a third of what the president of the United States has done when it comes to hate speech rhetoric. I mean, he does it every day. He tweets it every day. It's ridiculous, and the Republicans act like they don't even see it, don't even hear it. Like he could he already said it. Shoot me, I can shoot somebody. Times Square, I'll still be cool.
Facts.
See,
that's facts.
Well, I tell you, we're gonna take one more break before we wrap this show up tonight. We're talking about Minister Farrakhan being banned from Facebook and Twitter. If you want to call with your opinion, please do so. 747-888-3082. Monica Farmer, is your phone working? Kevin Wilson, ain't your phone working? Yolanda Clark, who the baby I delivered in the street 27 years ago, ain't your phone working? Well, pick it up. Give me your opinion. 747-888-3082. I got all these people listening and watching, but nobody call. We'll be right back. We listen to Opinionation. Yeah. About to wrap up tonight's show, episode 5. About to be in the can. Hope y'all enjoy listening. All my folks on Facebook Live, they're listening. Hey, what's going on, Jeanette? Hey, Monica. That's nice. It's nice. Hey, guys, I'm going to be home. I'm going to be in Houston for my birthday, September 16th. We'll have a big karaoke party in 4th Ward. So I'll get y'all some more information about it as they develop. September 16th, my 60th birthday party, going to be in Houston, Texas, at an undisclosed location at the moment. So I hope everybody come. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be singing, drinking. Your boy turning 60. God dang, I can't believe I said that. 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. I hate that song. Also, once again, I want to give another shout out to the Social Workout Studio. I have to do that because they are my sponsor. That's right. They pay me to advertise their show, their business on my show, and that's what I'm going to do. So if you're in the San Fernando Valley, get over to the Social Workout Studio, 21141 Devonshire Street in Chatsworth. Small group training available for just $25. $25 to get it right. Working out with Alice. It's easy when you work out with a group. Or just call certified trainer Alice Raibon at 310-902-5387. It's 310-902-5387 if you're in the Los Angeles area, in the San Fernando Valley, most specifically. I want to thank Nicole Collins, the actress, filmmaker, for coming and speaking on her opinion regarding abortion being illegal, the reversing of abortion rights in certain states, the attempt to attack Roe versus Wade, which has already been decided. But you also know that the Republican president is appointing judges that will go along with what he believes, which is another form of what we talked about earlier, control. Judges that are appointed for life. I don't know if y'all are really grasping the gravity of the situation. People that are going to control your life, they're going to be doing it for the rest of your life. Just the fact that somebody even trying to control you, period, but for the rest of your life. So they say we should vote, and I've always voted, and I always believed in voting. But sometimes I just don't know, man. When your vote doesn't determine the winner, and it's clearly that the popular vote did indeed say that Donald Trump was not the winner. But through whatever happens, it happened. And he's the president, and we got to deal with it until he's out of there. So hopefully we will go vote and make sure that happens. In respect to tonight's topic, these are my closing opinions. In respect to abortion, I'm pro-choice. It is the woman's body. It's her emotional state of being. It should be her prerogative to do as she chooses for her life and her body. A baby is part of her body and literally attached to her. She has control of her body and what's inside of it. A woman, a female, is the only being that can give birth to a human. Her choice. A woman, I'm going to repeat that. A female is the only being that can give birth to a human. Her choice. So what's next? Somebody following a woman around after a period is late to see what her outcome will be? Do we want women bleeding to death from a bumbled abortion by a strange lady in the alley? This is what happens when a woman can't choose what's best for her and her child. It's a form of control. To ban Minister Farrakhan from Facebook is almost laughable. Do you really think the minister will lose any sleep on this one? I doubt it highly. Why, when the truth is being spoken to America and Americans about who they are and whom they have been, platforms want to ban the messenger? They want to kill the messenger. Like they did Nipsey Hussle. They want to kill it. They want to just eradicate the messenger. Minister Farrakhan does not preach hate. He preaches the truth about this country. At worst, it is his opinion that has valid points. Both of these topics discussed have one thing mainly in common, and that is control. If they can control us, they will simply just ban us until we refrain from the truth, whether from Facebook or abortion clinic. In essence, it's all about the white man trying to maintain his stronghold on us by any means necessary. This Opinionation.